I stopped eating dairy, sugar, and gluten for 21 days. Hey race, what happened after? I've never followed a strict or restrictive diet, like the dieting just isn't my thing. Don't get me wrong, during a session, a client of mine told me about a detox called the Created by cardiologist Alejandro Junger, MD, Gwyneth Paltrow's favorite doctor and who is known for blending Eastern and Western medicine, and it piqued my interest. After doing after postponing the 21-day program for months, I finally decided to try it. To be honest, call me vain, but in the words of Erykah Badu, I am. Not only did I figure out the foods that were irritating my skin, I noticed I had a boost of energy. I remember reading in the book that cravings for processed foods and foods high in artificial sugars would go away during the program. Specifically that I have a habit of snacking when I am bored or in a bad mood. I could have just fit. Overall, I surprisingly found this program to be enjoyable. It made my weeks easy.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.